One.
Good evening. My name is Rebecca Mackey, and I am joining you today to talk to you about content elements. Content elements are relative to e learning. E learning is something that one should understand if they are going to be an instructor in a learning environment. One of the most important things to understand in the terms of e learning is to understand the definition. And the definition, while may be different depending on who you ask, is essentially something that can be taught with the use of any sort of technology. With that being said, one should understand that there are multiple technologies that allow for collaborative e learning environment and complete the ultimate puzzle. Several of those items are Skype, Blackboard Connect, Zoom, Google Docs, and yes, there are many more that one can choose from. When thinking about e learning, one must understand that there should be a fostering of a learning, collaborative, and communication environment. And this can be something that one should be able to see through the 8 dimensions of the e learning framework that work together to complete the ultimate goal. Without one, the other won't work properly. And then the goal of having a consistent, effective e learning environment won't happen. Something that's important to understand in an e learning environment is that there are different design models that will influence the learning. Several of those models are the ADDIE model, the Merrill's Principles of Instruction, Ganaw's 9 Events of Instruction, and Bloom's Taxonomy. Personally, I believe that the ADDIE model is the most effective one to use in an e learning environment, and as an instructor, would encompass this model in my e learning for my classes. Something that's important to understanding an e learning environment and one of the content elements is leveraging technology appropriately. Because you don't have that face to face communication that you might have in a classroom, you have to use the tools that are at your disposal. Some of those tools include the different technology tools that are there and blended learning styles that are available for online learning, collaborative environments, and you can have face to face over the internet meetings through the use of WebEx and other types of tools like Skype. It's important to understand that there are best practices for teaching in an e learning environment, and one of the content elements includes this. And you want to use multiple learning styles. Balance is going to be essential here. You're not going to want to be tipping more towards the technology side or more towards the non technology. You want to encourage collaboration within your students and balance the theories that you use. You also want to have good classroom management and e learning best practices. Some of those are to have good structure, to provide a place for student and teacher feedback. And one of the most important is to have consistency. If you're going to have assignments due, have them due on dates that are going to be consistent throughout the class. Be relevant in the material that you are providing to the students for every assignment. Make it relevant, make it challenging, make it engaging, and it will be effective for your e learning environment. It's also important that technology is an influencer for teaching and classroom management. But one of the most important things is you want to know the appropriate technology to use, the various technology influences that are available. And then you also don't want to be afraid to introduce new technologies or try something different. Something that's important is being okay with change, and that means you might not always use the same source of technology in your e-learning environment, and that you'll challenge your students to be okay with trying different things, and it's only going to make them better and grow and engage more at a deeper level. Effective e learning can be seen through following these 8 principles and just also recognizing that e learning can happen from anywhere. You can use multiple types of technologies that will provide a blended learning environment, And as long as it's relevant to students and is balanced appropriately, all elements considered, then you should have effective e-learning for your students. Thank you again for joining this presentation. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to reach out at any time. Again, my name is Rebecca, and I look forward to presenting again soon.